the woman who is the governor of a state that really went into lockdown. I mean, this woman's husband, fantastic story on this. He wanted to get his boat out during the summer of 2020 when she had her whole state on lockdown. She wouldn't even let you go to your weekend house 10 miles away. No, you were locked down. But somehow the hubby gets his boat out. He says, hey, I'm Gretchen Whitmer's husband. Don't you know? She's the governor. Typical Democrat. Typical Democrat. So Gretchen Whitmer is making a run at this job, but she just bombed, if you ask me, on live TV. Going on MSNBC this morning, looking all pretty and cute in that pale pink little outfit. She actually wore a skirt, a woman who wore a skirt. Amazing. You know, they're so into the pantsuits these days, ever since Hillary Clinton. Nobody's ever dressing in dresses or skirts anymore, other than yours truly. We need to get a wide shot in this studio, I think. Anyway, here she is, all dressed in pretty little pale pink, trying to seem, not so ambitious. I don't know. Watch.
Governor, you just mentioned people at the grocery store, people at the gas station, people just shopping. Governors are far more in touch with their constituencies than is the President of the United States, obviously. The President of the United States, unfortunately, has had whatever is going on with him diagnosed on TV by pundits, not the two doctors we just had on, by pundits every single night. What impact do you think that's had on average people who watch TV, don't think about the elections a lot, but watch TV and see people talking about, Jesus, President Biden senile? Is he losing it? Stuff like that. What impact has it had in Michigan?
Well, I don't think that it's had a huge impact yet, Mike. To be honest, people are good, hardworking people. They expect their government to be as good, if not better, than they are, and work as hard, if not harder, than they do. They are not able to consume all the information that we're able to, right? Because they're just trying to get through the day, get the food on the table.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to see if you could stop it in mid-sentence so we can go back to her, because there's a little to unpack. Drew's going to get it back for us. But one, the outfit, okay? I'm sorry. I haven't seen any female politician dress in a dress for a while. So you know what? Kudos to Gretchen. Thanks for going with the pink dress. But that was a very deliberate choice. So just think about it. None of this is done in a vacuum, right? And then he asked her a question. Do you really think that anybody's paying attention to the health of Biden? And she's doesn't really answer it. She goes on to say something really canned about how everybody's just hardworking Americans, blah, 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 blah. I guess. Not everybody's that hard, dare I say, right? What about the kids that want to go out and protest at their Ivy League schools and then are demanding that they get food sent in, gluten-free and, everything else from the cafeteria while they're there? And demanding everything shut down because they have a viewpoint on Israel, etc. I'm sorry, not everybody is what she says, but a lot of people are. And the people that are hardworking do deserve to be treated better. But she doesn't quite know how to answer. They're in her little pale pink dress. She takes a moment with a little cough, and I'm sitting here going, wow, can't they get anyone healthy? Anyone healthy to run for this gig? But I think it might have been a nervous tick. I think she was actually just trying to catch a breath because she didn't quite know what to say. But it's good. It gets even better. So let's keep watching.
Stuff like that. What impact has it had in Michigan?
Well, I don't think that it's had a huge impact yet, Mike. To be honest, people are good, hardworking people. They expect their government to be as good, if not better, than they are, and work as hard, if not harder, than they do. They are not able to consume all the information that we're able to, right? Because they're just trying to get through the day, get the food on the table, get to work on time, make sure their kids have what they need for camp right now or school.
So she thinks that people aren't actually listening to the noise out there about Joe Biden and his health because they're too preoccupied with other stuff, getting food on the table. Okay, well, you lose in this situation, Gretchen, because one, you're flat out lying. It's all anybody's talking about. For goodness sakes, you get the Hollywood actor George Clooney writing an op-ed in the New York Times. All anyone is talking about. The kids are seeing it on shorts right now, on YouTube shorts. They're seeing it before I am. I'm whoa, I can't believe you saw that. Yeah, Everyone is seeing it. We live in a very viral internet world now. There's no one that has not seen the deterioration of Joe Biden here in real time. So one, you lied. And then two, this idea that somehow, they're really struggling, right? They're trying to put food on the table. Yes, they're struggling. Thank you very much because of you guys and your inflationary policies. That is why Americans are struggling. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Good luck, Gretchen. This was a bomb, an epic bomb. Let's continue listening to the pretty little lady in her pink dress.
This onshoring of manufacturing jobs is going to continue because it's meant good paying jobs for Michiganders. They want to know that we'll still have someone in the White House who actually does something on infrastructure and rebuilds the damn roads. That's what we're doing in Michigan. So I think that's what the average person is thinking about. And that's why we've got to make the case to them. When this president delivered.
Okay. I'm going to go back to The Economist. I'm with The Economist. There's a 74% chance of Donald Trump winning this election because you got Kamala Harris. Good luck. You got Gretchen Whitmer. Really good luck. You got Gavin Newsom, who everyone in the state is running from because poor California is a disaster of a mess. You do not want the United States of America turning into California, which is at this point looking really like an emerging market country onto its own. Maybe we should just secede from California. We'll annex it. You guys do you, we'll do us. Gosh, you can't make this up, guys. You really, really can't. I just want to see some of your comments because did you like the pink dress? I don't mind. I'm actually a big fan of pink. It seems like a very contrived and deliberate choice for a Democrat woman right now and kind of just getting a kick out of it. If you would, Mark, you're saying pretty lame native dancer. What do the Democrats mean when they say democracy? Listen, we live in a republic. I know you guys you take that very seriously, and we've talked about that before. We are a republic, but for some reason they keep going on about democracy. Rob making a really good point here, Rob Geiger, about how she's really kind of effectively being condescending. And she is. She's very, very condescending. I think this is a problem, if you would, with the Democrats overall. They're just not living it, breathing it, right? Like when we talk about the elites and we talk about the Dems and this sort of let them eat cake mentality, which, let's be honest, Nancy Pelosi is sort of the queen of. I call her Marie Antoinette II. This let them eat cake. I go back to the ice cream visualization. Remember when she showed us all the fancy schmancy ice cream she had in her fancy schmancy freezer during COVID? It was like, okay, we got it, lady. You got a lot of money. And by the way, your husband's made a lot of money because for some reason, no one's bothered to actually police what Congress does when it comes to stocks. I mean, it's crazy. You get all this information, you sit on a committee, and then all of a sudden you can make trades and no one's out there policing it. By the way, the people that are on the investing side, typically, like bankers, et cetera, they can't make the trades. And they absolutely can't. I mean, you get fingerprinted by the SEC when I worked at Goldman Sachs. And basically, they watch all of that extremely carefully. And you have to actually get approved to buy and sell anything. It's such a nightmare, believe me. And you can't, act so easily like the people in Congress can, like Nancy Pelosi. Let them eat cake. I mean, the pretty lady in her little pretty pink dress with the husband that says he can get his boat out to go for a joyride during the summer of 2020 when nobody else can even so much as pack up and go 5 miles. It's really, it's so hypocritical and it's so unbelievable. But I think this is where there's a separation, if you would, between reality and everything else. I mean, this is why Donald Trump will be successful. This is why he has been successful. This is why, Mitt Romney got it all wrong. He's trying to apologize constantly for his wealth. Oh, I'm really not that wealthy. I'm really not that wealthy. Look, I'm just a regular guy like you. And Donald Trump's like, excuse me, you forgot a zero, right? Like Trump, he's proud of it. He's proud of his wealth. Don't ever underestimate it. And you know what? If you've ever been to Trump Tower, or you've seen the video, right, from his apartment. I remember Greta Van Susteren did a nice interview with him and his wife there when he was running in 2016. It's lots of gold, like really kind of over the top flaunting of wealth because, heck, the guy's proud of it, as he should be. You know what? This is the United States of America, and there's only one place in the world where you can have that kind of opportunity to create wealth. So own it, love it, be proud of it, not ashamed. And yet he gets the working class mentality far better than Ms. Whitmer ever would. Far better than Gavin Newsom ever would. Far better than Kamala Harris ever would. We are in the middle of a massive shift, and I think it's going to be great.